All right. Ohayo gozaimasu. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Thank you for joining Kings Premium University Seminar. My name is Kaylee Hong, Executive Director for the program. I'm very sorry my Japanese is not so great, so we'll have Mayuko-san help me to kind of navigate the presentation this morning. Today I'd like to share with you some ways that Kings can help you getting into some of the prestigious top universities in the USA. Did you know that there are many ways that you can obtain your degree in the US? As you can see here, you'll see different charts. There are different options that you could use to go to a top university in the US. If you could see from the bottom right on the left, you'll see 4 blue circles. This is probably something that you're familiar with, where you graduate, you go to one university and you graduate there for 4 years. The rest of the options where you see kind of 1 blue circle and 3 gray circles, 2 blue circles and 2 gray circles, it is a 1+3 and a 2+2 option, meaning you start at a small college or any other universities in the US and you transfer to a university of your choice. So it could be a 1+3 option, or it could be a 2+2 options. Many students in the US take this transfer option if they don't get into top universities or their university of choice. Or some students actually, when their high school grades are not so great, that they might not be able to get into top university, so they start with maybe a slightly easier university and get into a top university.
アメリカの大学を卒業するにはですね、様々な方法があります。今このスライドに表示されている右下に記載されている方法っていうのは皆さんが、している一つかなと思います。一つの大学に4年間通って卒業をする方法ですね。アメリカの教育システムというのは非常にフレキシブルでして、大学から大学へと編入することも可能です。左に書かれている図の青い丸の部分ですね。というのは編入前の大学というのを示してまして、編入した後3年間、ここでの、ではスライドではグレーの黒丸というのがそれを示しています。またですね、右の図のように2+2というオプションでして、2年間ずつそれぞれの大学に通って卒業を目指すという方法もあります。またですね、やっぱりちょっと本命の大学っていうのは決められない方ですとか、高校の成績が足りずにですね、名門大学にすぐにちょっと入学するのは難しいという場合はですね、ちょっと優しめの大学から入って、編入するという方式が取れますので、この編入制度というのを多くの学生が利用しています。
I'm sure you have different reasons to study in the U.S. And many of you probably want to get a good job. That could be one of the reasons. To gain great experience in working in big companies like Apple, Google, Instagram, or Amazon. And maybe within you get a job at Instagram and you want to work in head of design or doing product marketing or data science, communications department. There are many different jobs that you could find at one big companies in the U.S. At Kings, we can also help you find your major. So what you study in university is so important in finding a field, that you want to go into at a big companies. In order to work for big companies like this, it's best to go to a good universities in the U.S. Studying in the U.S. is a very good choice for you to have this opportunity. The USA university system is very flexible. You can transfer to different universities, but also you can change majors. Also, you don't have to choose your major until the beginning of your 3rd year. In the first 2 years in the US, you'll see here, freshman and sophomore, everyone takes general required courses like English, math, history, sciences. And in 3rd year, you start focusing on your major courses. This is why you can transfer after your 1st or 2nd year of a university to another. And this is, I believe this is very uncommon in Japan, but in the US, many students take this route. King's program is focused on helping you getting into your dream university or your dream major. We have a guaranteed outcome. Hence, we call it Guaranteed Go programs at Kings.
キングスのプログラムというのはですね、名門大学ですとか、希望専攻に入学できるようにサポートするものになります。ギャランティードアウトカムプログラムと呼ばれて、進学保証というのがあります。キングスではですね、このギャランティードアウトカムの頭文字を取って GO プログラムというふうに呼ばれています。
From year one, you'll see you enroll in university. You will study with other American students at one of our premium universities. You will take full load of courses with American students. You'll have King's advisor supporting you to settle in well into university life and university programs. During your second, third, or fourth semesters, we guarantee your transfer to a top 100 universities or top 50, or if you want to study art and design, different majors, we will help you get into those dream universities. We'll prepare you to be ready to transfer and be successful in that top university. Graduate. After that 4 years of hard work, we guarantee that you will graduate from your dream university, whether it's top 100, top 50, or top 30. We provide guaranteed outcome, but we also provide guaranteed academic support and services to help you to adjust well to the U.S. university environment. You'll see our staff here, Chris, Kayla, Alexandra, Sean, they're all based in one of our host universities. They're there as your counselor to support you. We handhold you through the university system so that you can transfer to a good university and be successful. You'll have a designated advisor like Sean or Kayla to help you, be successful in transferring. Number one, we will analyze your profile to ensure you can fit well into your dream university student profile. We provide academic advice, help you write personal statements. We also support private tutoring if you need some extra support. We also offer various workshops and university visits. We help you participate in extracurricular activities. For example, we had a Japanese student who was very good at playing tennis and who really wanted to play tennis. So we helped him to set up a tennis club in our school in Boston, and he actually became the president of tennis club and a founder, which really helps you to increase your profile when you apply to other universities. We guide you through deciding your major. We help you select right courses and monitor your academic progress. GO program is very unique, and I'd like to go through some of the terminologies, some of the American terms that you may not be familiar with. This is how it works. For example, on the top, if you don't have enough TOEFL or IELTS score required by the universities, then you can start with us by taking GO Prepared course. It is an academic preparation course before starting university study. This course is about 3 months long, but it could be longer depending on your English level. You will earn the skills needed at an American university. You will learn to write essays, research papers, debates, discussions, and presentations. Having this type of skills is so important. It will help you to be successful in university study in America. Secondly, the name of King's main course, which is acronym for Guaranteed Outcome, kind of GO, it can be interpreted as a joint program with the host university, and King students can take only university classes. In parallel, you receive various support and advice from our dedicated counselors. At this point, Kings will not provide English courses, but you will have full academic services, academic consulting, study course planning that we will support. International students who come to the host university without going through Kings cannot receive this service. So this is a very unique service that we provide as King's Education Group. Progression Advisor is a King's staff who will support you through the process. The main tasks are to contact students of our program on a regular basis. We help you manage your GPA, create study plans, support the selection of transfer universities, arrange workshops, arrange for you to visit other university campuses. It is no exaggeration to say that strong relationship of trust with the staff is really important so that you will get into a good university. you will see that here GPA, grade point average. It is in the U.S. It's calculated on the scale of 4.0. So I believe in Japan it's kind of 100%, 90, 80. Here it will be a scale of 4.0. So you want to get as perfect score as possible to go to good universities. Transfer, we use this term to kind of say you could move from one university to another. And, you know, it's very common in the U.S. 2.5 million students a year, American students, transfer from one university to another. And transfer success, we've had great successful stories of our students transferring to good university, and then I'll share that story with you a little bit later on. We're still confident with our results and student success. If you don't get into a top 100, we actually will refund you a full semester of American university tuition, and that's how confident you are. And here you can see, you know, this is the university ranking, kind of number 1 through 50, and the green ones are the ones where we have sent our students to. And now I think Mayoko-san will also explain to you a little bit in Japanese, because it's a lot to absorb.
Thank you. ですね、ここの今リストっていうのは、トップ100の大学が記載されてます。で、Go プログラムではですね、進学保証があるというふうに言いましたけれども、この緑のハイライトがついている部分ですね、に関しましては、Kings のこの Go プログラムを利用して進学された方の実績が表示されてますので、全米トップ100にですね、たくさんの生徒を送り出していらっしゃいます。Okay.
All right, so now we'll go into a little bit more details on how the program works. Okay, so now I'd like to show you which universities we work with. And as you can see from this slide, you'll see we have 7 universities in the U.S. we work with. In the West Coast, we have Cal State Fullerton, which is in Orange County. In the Midwest, we work with 3 universities, campuses called University of Wisconsin. You'll see University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh, Fox City, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh. And once you come to University of Wisconsin, we have a guaranteed admission to University of Wisconsin-Madison, which is ranked number 46. In Boston, we have Fisher College, which is located in a very central city of Boston. In New York, we have the College of Mount St. Vincent. Since we have limited time today, I'll focus on Cal State Fullerton, which is in California, and I'll talk a little bit about Mount St. Vincent in New York, which are 2 of my favorite states. Also, I'm based in California, so I'm biased in favoring talking about LA. And Mayuko-san will explain to us a little bit more.
はい、ありがとうございます。この Kings の Go プログラムの提携大学というのは、7校あります。西海岸ですね、カリフォルニア州立大学のフラトン校。中西部にはウィスコンシン大学、オショコ州の、3キャンパスがあります。このウィスコンシン大学からはですね、全米のランキングで46位に入っているウィスコンシン大学マディソン校への、進学保証っていうのも、あります。ボストンの中心地にあとは位置するフィッシャーカレッジ、それからニューヨーク州、ニューヨークの近郊にですね、カレッジオブマウントセント・ヴィンセントに提携があります。今日はお時間の関係もありますので、ケリーさんの出身地ロサンゼルスの、ところにありますカリフォルニア州の大学、カリフォルニア州立大学の、フラトン校と、それからニューヨーク州のカレッジオブマウントセント・ヴィンセントについて、詳しくお話しさせていただきます。Okay, please go ahead.
Here are some pictures of Cal State Fullerton. It's a very modern campus with high-tech facilities. So you see, this is a picture of Cal State Fullerton. This is the university. It's located in very sunny city of Fullerton. It's in northern Orange County, about 40 kilometers southeast of downtown LA. Has a population of about 140,000 people. It's a unique city because it has a little bit of a residential, educational, commercial, and cultural environment. I'm sure you've heard of Disneyland, so it's very close to Disneyland. You know, it has lots of parks like Laguna Lake Park. It also has Angel Stadium, you know, if you like baseball. There are lots of malls and movie theaters that you could enjoy while studying hard to get into a top university. Cal State Fullerton has actually the largest number of students in Cal State system. As you can see on the right, this side of this screen, Cal State is one of the biggest public university systems in the U.S. And Cal State actually has 23 campuses. I don't know if you heard of Cal State Fullerton, Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Northridge. So there are 23 campuses, has about 484,000 students. And Cal State Fullerton is, out of all the Cal States, one of the largest. It has about 40,000 students on the campus, offers over 100 majors, about 350 clubs and organizations, 77 countries of international students, and so there are more than 250 alumni from Cal State Fullerton. Here's some more pictures of the university. The great thing about LA, California, is it's always very sunny. And just to give you what the university requires for you to come and join at Cal State Fullerton is that you do need about TOEFL 61 and IELTS 5.5. And of course, if you don't have any English scores, you're still welcome to join us for Go Prepared Academic English Program, which has January, April, June, September start date. You do need about GPA 2.0, which is out of 4.0. As you can see, we have a start date coming in 2021, January, and it is not too late to join this program, so it's still possible for you to join for January program at Cal State Fullerton. Otherwise, it's twice a year, January and August. The tuition, as you can see, is about $22,998, and then if you want to live on campus, has additional fee, so it total becomes about $47,000 per year. To participate in this GO program at Cal State Fullerton, you are accepted as kind of the university semester abroad student, so you will be accepted in the part of Extension and International Program. That department will be in charge of your academic success. Courses and credits are exactly the same as the regular American students. And in parallel, we'll meet with you regularly with our Kings advisor to receive guidance and advice related to admissions. So after a maximum of 2 years, you will transfer to universities and proceed to dream schools. And because it's located in California, a lot of students that come, they are interested in going to UCLA, UC Berkeley, UC San Diego, UC Irvine, a lot of UC programs. But of course, it's possible to go from California to an East Coast school. So that is again still very flexible. And students with insufficient English proficiency will receive a conditional admission letter from Fullerton, and we'll begin academic course at Kings LA School. So we have an English language preparatory school in Hollywood area. Career academic guidance consulting service for Kings Go program students only includes, for example, campus tours, career academic consultation with Kings advisors at least twice a month. 2 or more meetings are recommended. The advisor will give you academic advising on selecting courses to make sure that you maintain a highest GPA possible. And then we will help you to write essays and then, filling out applications to make sure everything is complete. At Cal State, as I mentioned before, I won't go into details, but there are 350 clubs and organizations. So you could stay very active at Cal State Fullerton, enjoy your American university experience. For example, some of the clubs are Surf Club, Entrepreneur Society, Video Game Design Club, American Society for Civil Engineers Club. If you like to volunteer, there's Community Services Program. So definitely there are lots of things for you to do. And in American University, doing sports is very, very popular. Cal State Fullerton has a state-of-the-art recreation center. There are workout rooms, indoor tracks, rock climbing walls, swimming pool. You could all participate in this type of, kind of the facilities. You could all utilize these facilities. And there are some also sports teams that you could join, like badminton, soccer, volleyball, things like that. As you can see, this is some sample course you can take at each semester. At Cal State Fullerton, there are over 1,000 courses in each semester, and it's very overwhelming even for American students. So we help you kind of choose which course will be best for you in order to transfer to a good university. So this is kind of a sample course you will see that we will outline for you and work with you. So then, the King's advisor will kind of meet with you on a semester on a regular basis to choose courses. And Mayuko-san, our facilitator, will explain in Japanese. Thank you.
Thank you. 今ここに表示されているものはですね、ビジネスを勉強する場合のコースサンプルになっています。ビジネスの関連コースっていうのはですね、非常に数がたくさんありますので、皆さん、履修をどういうふうにするのかっていうのを迷うところもあるかと思います。編入をするのに適したものですとか、編入に必要なコースっていうのをですね、必ずキングスのアドバイザーさんがアドバイスをしてくれて、編入に必要な単位、それから適したコースというのを取得できるようにサポートしてくれる形になっています。OK。
So now we'll move to East Coast. This is New York. We have partnership with the College of Mount St. Vincent, and this is where you will study your first 2 years. It's a beautiful campus with a mix of modern building, but also very traditional red brick building. And you can see on the bottom right here, this is the university dormitory where all the first-year students are required to live. And the University of the College of Mount St. Vincent, it was founded in 1847, so it's a very old university. Located in Riverdale, New York, it's about 30 minutes from Midtown Manhattan, so it's north of Midtown Manhattan. Total students about 1,800. The advantage of this campus is that the teacher to a student ratio, the professor to a student ratio is very low. It's 13:1. It has a beautiful view of Hudson River, and several films and TV shows have been shot on the campus. And just to give you the admissions requirement, you do need about TOEFL 61. So you'll notice that a lot of universities require a TOEFL 61 as kind of a standard, IELTS 5.5 or Duolingo 90. And again, here also, if you don't have TOEFL score, that's okay. It's not a problem. You could join us at the College of Mount St. Vincent and start taking Go Prepare courses in January, April, June, or September. And we'll help you to reach the target to be able to get a conditional admission to College of Mount St. Vincent. And again, here also, they have here they also have January and August start dates. So to join university, you have to join January and August. And they also have over about 70 bachelor's and master's degree certificate courses. And they are actually selected as top 5 universities in New York out of 48 New Yorks, having a lot of volunteers. So there are a lot of students at College Mount St. Vincent. They do a lot of volunteer work. These are some of the popular majors that I listed at College of Mount St. Vincent. So nursing, accounting, pre-medicine, biology. You'll also see computation and coding, which I thought was very unique. Sports management, psychology, those are the majors. But again, actually the majors are not so important because you'll study first 2 years at College Mount St. Vincent, take general courses, and transfer to a top university. So essentially the major is not so important, but I just wanted to highlight if you want to graduate at College Mount St. Vincent, which is definitely an option, you could look at the majors here. And you could see from the bottom here, there are some famous alumni which you may recognize, or maybe your parents may recognize the name. She's Corazon Aquino. She is the former president of the Philippines. So she continues to donate lots of money to the university. And Noreen Colhane, she is the executive vice president of New York Stock Exchange, who is also a graduate of Mount St. Vincent. And now, actually, before I start this slide, Mayuko-san will briefly explain about College of Mount St. Vincent to you in Japanese.
はい、ありがとうございます。今、ここではですね、代表的な専攻ですとか、それから著名な卒業生のお話があったと思います。ちょっとここのスライドではですね、費用のご説明がありませんでしたので、授業料ですとか滞在費など、そういったかかる部分に関しましては、小説ですが、留学ジャーナルの方まで直接お問い合わせいただければと思います。Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And again, there are over 40 clubs and organizations, Accounting Club, Make a Difference Club, Mount Media, Mount Times, Nursing Association. You could see the part of, and these pictures are some of the activities that they host on the university campus. And the key thing about enjoying American university studies is really to be active and to join these clubs and organizations. You could see also here, they are part of the NCAA Division III athletics teams. So you could definitely, play sports if you like sports. They have their own fitness center, recreation centers that you could also utilize any time of the day. They have outdoor athletics field with view of Hudson River. As you can see, this one here has a Hudson River view. There are dance studios, wrestling rooms, gyms that you could utilize. And it's about 7,500 square feet fitness center. I don't know that in a square meter, but I could say it's huge. And now I'd like to go over a little bit of our successful student stories from Japan, but from other countries as well. As you can see, this is our Japanese student. His name is Takumu Ogama. He was accepted to top 3 universities in the U.S. And on average, just so you know, we encourage our students to apply to 5 universities. And this is very typical of also American students as well. When you apply to universities, some minimum students will do about 5 to 10 universities. And then you like to get as many offers as possible, and then visit those universities to see which one you like the best, and then make that final decision. So Takuma here actually received a final GPA of 3.24. He actually received offers from University of Wisconsin-Madison, which is ranked 46, Minnesota State College, ranked number 70, University of Maryland, which is ranked 64. So these are excellent results. And he also attended our workshops about transfer application process, how to write essays. So he joined a lot of our workshops. And as you can see here, I have to say he was a very hard working student. He took, first semester, he took about 6 classes, second semester, 5. So he had a total of about 60 credits. So in the U.S., for you to get a bachelor's degree, you need 120 credits. So he did first 2 years, receive about 60 credits, and was able to transfer. So you don't waste any time by transferring, and this is why it's very common in America. And Akita Takeyoshi-san, he is a very nice, pleasant student I met actually in LA. He transferred to UC Santa Barbara. His GPA was 3.92, very good GPA. When he joined us, he had a TOEFL of 45. To transfer, he didn't need to take TOEFL again. So something you should know is when you join our GO program, you do need either TOEFL or academic English. But when you want to transfer to a top university, most of the times you won't need a TOEFL score or IELTS score because you would have taken a college level English course already, so your TOEFL is waived. He actually started this, there was no Japanese club at this university. So he started a Japanese club. He became the founder, the president, and then I hope we still have it, but we also have international club, intramural. He joined international club, and also he participated in soccer. He's majoring in business economics. And we have Yamaguchi Masai-san. He transferred to UC Riverside, which is ranked number 91, but for computer science, it's actually ranked 61, which is really high. He had about TOEFL 80, so you can see they do really well when they come to study with us. Tanaka Yui, actually, she actually came with a pretty low GPA from Japan, but I think high school in Japan is very, very difficult. So we see a lot of students like this, but they come with not the best GPA in high school, but they do so well when they join us, because I think the Japanese high school system helps students a very good study habits, very good kind of basic skill set. So when they come to our school, most of them do so well, which I'm always impressed with. She received an offer from Rutgers University, which is a public university in New Jersey, ranked 62, and also she received an offer from Baruch University in communications. And one of our dear students, he actually got an offer from UC Davis, which is ranked 30, and he actually received also another offer from Chapman University. And Chapman is more of a private university in California. He chose actually to go to Chapman University because they have the best, they're top 7 in the country as far as in studying digital video and film production. So you can see that our students are not just choosing, even though he received an offer from UC Davis, which is a better ranked university, they don't always choose that because they want to study, they want to go to a university where they specialize in their major, and I think that's very smart. Another student, actually, this student is from Korea. He had a very low high school GPA, but at our school in Boston, he received 3.92, and he was accepted to Johns Hopkins University, which is a number 10. Received offers from Rochester, Madison, Miami, University of Minnesota. He also joined lots of volunteer activities. He also became a teacher's assistant, working with a professor. He actually received a scholarship of $37,000 to go to Miami, University of Miami. But he actually chose to go to Johns Hopkins because I think he liked that name. So just so you know, our students, when they apply as a transfer student, they have the opportunity to receive scholarships. So we have students receiving scholarships from $3,000 to, as you can see, $37,000 per year to transfer. So I hope this presentation was helpful in deciding your future studies in the U.S.
それではここからはですね、皆様からいただいたご質問にお答えしていきたいと思います。So now we are going to move on Q&A session. Okay? ではですね、最初のご質問いきたいと思います。どんな専攻でも Go プログラムで行くことが編入することできますかというご質問をいただいています。First question, can the student proceed to any kinds of measures from Go program?
Yes, that's the amazing thing. Yes, you could do any majors you would like because first 2 years you will study kind of the general courses. Yes.
Okay. ですね、この質問の回答なんですが、どんな専攻でも Go プログラムから行くことが可能とのことです。基本的に最初の2年間というのは、アメリカの大学では一般教養を主に勉強しますので、一般教養を勉強していただいて、そこからどんな専攻にも行けるそうです。では次の、質問に行きたいと思います。コミカレからの編入を考えていましたが、Go プログラムで行くメリットっていうのはどんなところですかっていう質問です。Next question. What are the benefits of the Go program instead of starting from community college?
That's a very good question, and I get that question a lot. The best part of it is that you will actually come to a 4-year university campus where you are academically more challenged, and I think that's a very different ways of final university. So when UCLA receives an application from a community college student and a Cal State Fullerton student, they'll see that the same B is much highly valued from a student who's done studies at Cal State Fullerton. Secondly, the difference is that we have a advisor or counselor that will hold you through the process to make sure that all the courses that you are taking will meet the requirements of your final university. We will, walk you through the transfer application, transfer essays, and if you go to community college, unfortunately, that service doesn't really exist, so if you will have to do that on your own. Thirdly, I think there are many reasons, but given the time, I'll just highlight on some things that I think is important. At a community college, you will not only study with your peer age group, maybe 20-year-olds to 30-year-olds. No, that doesn't really happen at a community college because community college is for local communities, the people who live in, let's say, Los Angeles. Anybody could take the course there. So you'll have 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds taking classes with you. And I think you wouldn't want to be in that environment. And there's no dormitory, there's no campus kind of a life that you would like to have when you're a university student. Whereas our program, it is a standard four-year university with a lot of those offerings.
Okay, thank you. ですね、コミュニティカレッジとの違いっていうのはすごくいっぱい点があるんですけれども、まず、一つはですね、キングスのアドバイザーさんが非常にサポートしてくれるというところですね。経験豊富なアドバイザーさんが、編入を成功させるために全力でサポートしてくれるというところがあります。またですね、コミュニティカレッジから編入するよりも、4年生大学で最初の2年間を過ごすという方が、高いクオリティの授業が受けられたりですとか、コミュニティカレッジというのは年齢層が非常に幅広く生徒が通ってます。地元のカレッジになりますので、本当に10代の方から40代、50代という形で年齢層があるんですけれども、基本的に4年生大学で学ぶ場合というのは、大体高校卒業してすぐの方とか、20歳前後ぐらいとか、同年代で学ぶことができるということですね。あとは、コミュニティカレッジというのはあんまり学校料を持っていないところが多いんですけれども、4年生大学のキャンパスで勉強する場合はですね、寮に滞在することも可能です。ということですね。Thank you very much. I think this will be last question. 次の質問は、日本人以外にはどんな留学生が主に来ていますかというご質問です。From which countries are the students from except Japan?
We have students from maybe 30 different countries, but I would say top nationalities are Chinese students, Korean students, we have Colombian students, Panamanian students, also Russian students, and now we're starting to see students coming from Indonesia and Vietnam as well. But so because you're joining an American student university program, the top nationality will be American students.
Okay, thank you. 30以上の非常に多くの国から来てるんですけど、多いところで言ったら中国ですとか、韓国、コロンビア、ロシア、ベトナムとかインドネシアからも来ているということです。もちろんこの Go プログラムというのは最初の2年間アメリカの大学に通うプログラムになりますので、やっぱりもちろん一番多く勉強しているのはアメリカ人になるということですね。Okay, thank you very much. I think we're finished.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much for joining us today. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.